Hey, welcome back to another Throwback Thursday, 5 and Drive with yours truly. This is the, and I need to enunciate very carefully, this is the Dave almost gets arrested by a British police officer in Japan. Peace officer, police officer, whatever you want to call it. Before I get to that though, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. This 5 and Drive series is a project I started for my kids, all of my kids, last December. Little video snippets of my memories of life growing up, family life, things like that. When I'm dead and gone, they can push play and hear all the stupid shit their dad said and did. Let's get to it. Kai and Yuhi both have their licenses now. Mai has a permit. Kai took driver's ed the summer of his 16th year, I think. After driver's ed, he said he didn't want to drive. I don't know if it's the videos or what. I forget my exact response, but it was probably, you could have told me that $500 ago. Yuhi got his permit, and it seemed like he was driving before I knew it. We drove a couple times. He got Kai to let him borrow the car, took the test, and he had his license. With Kai, him and I went out quite a few times. It was a very stressful situation for both of us. It's hard as a parent doing driver's ed with your kids. I don't want to go into details, but if you've been there, you've been there. The one moment I have the best memory with Kai driving together, though, was he asked me, how do I know if I brake too hard, start too quickly at a stop, turn too quickly, things like that. For whatever reason, I said, hey, imagine Baba sitting in the back seat with this big pot of hot curry. If you brake, if you turn, anything too drastic in the vehicle, it's going to spill and burn her. For the longest time, he would tap his roof twice, I'm not sure where he got that, look in the back seat and say, sorry, Baba. I thought it was funny. So, me in Japan. I was driving, I had just got back from the States, speed limits here, 75, 85, things like that. In Japan, it's kilometers, and it's anywhere from 40 to 60 kilometers an hour, and I have to look at the speedometer because I don't remember my stuff so much. So we're looking at 30 to 40 miles an hour, give or take a little bit. Just getting back from the States, it was late at night, coming back from the airport. I was probably going 75 or 80, which is 120 kilometers an hour, 3-4 times the speed limit that was posted. I got nabbed. I pretended like I didn't speak Japanese. The cop knocked on the window. I gave him my license, my registration. He came back a couple times trying to talk to me. I was playing stupid, Nihongo wakannai, wakannai. He told me chotomate, which is wait. Went back to the cruiser. Came back a couple times, told me mochotomate, and I waited mochotomate a little bit longer. Finally, another car came up. It was an unmarked car. A gentleman got out wearing a suit, rolled down the window. Perfect English, British English, the Queen's English. Do you know why you were stopped? And the typical questions, license, registration. He also wanted to see my Gaijin Torokusho, which is your green card in Japan. Went back to the car, talked to the officer back there, came back, and he was like, did you lie to my officer? Yeah. Were you speeding? Yeah. Did you make me come all the way from Shinjuku to translate? Yeah. So I got a ticket for anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500. I don't remember the exact amount with the exchange rate and all that, but it hurt. And I had to go there and do a payment arrangement because I didn't have the money right off the bat. And that's how that happened. The thing about British and English in Japan, they're two different things. They have Beigo English schools and Eigo English schools. Beigo English schools, be British English. They learn the nuances, the accents, the slang, the terminology, the different words, things like that. English is more like American English, Canadian English, things like that. So, he was born in Japan, went to England with his parents for something, I forget, and then came back and continued on with British English school. There we go. Short version of a long story, kind of. We're almost at 5 minutes. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Does mean a lot to me that other people want to hear this. Hopefully, eventually, one day, my kids will push play too. It's a short trip. Live life. Be kind. Love you guys. Take care. See you next time. I still have 10 seconds.